Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sack Lunch News. Enjoy the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Sack Lunch News. Today's topic will be, my personal opinion, the false narrative by Kim Jong-il that he is keeping his nuclear weapons program going because of fear of Russian invasion. Now, this is from Korea JungangDaily.joins.com from February 9th, 2022. North Korea has agreed to increase strategic cooperation with Russia, raising the specter of the formation of an anti-U.S. bloc at a time of increased tensions between Washington and Moscow over Ukraine. After a near decade of deteriorating relations between the Soviet Union, later known as the Russian Federation, and North Korea, beginning with the premiership of Mikhail Gorbachev and continuing with the first Russian president, Boris Yeltsin, relations improved when Putin first took office, though. Although Russia did join the other four permanent members of the United Nations Security Council, the U.S., China, Britain, and France, in imposing sanctions on North Korea for its nuclear tests in May of 2009. Now Russia Deputy Ambassador to the UN slammed adding sanctions to North Korea, saying it creates a toxic atmosphere in Pyongyang. He also denounced unilateral measures that hurt peace efforts and interfere with sovereignty of nations like Syria, Belarus, Cuba, Venezuela, Iran, Afghanistan, Burma, and Mali. That argument was disputed by Linda Thomas Greenfield, U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. North Korean dire economic situation was North Korea's own fault because they cut themselves off for COVID-19 restrictions. The number one barrier to sending aid to North Korea is North Korea itself. It's imposed border closures, not international sanctions. Now, you may be asking, why bring that up? That didn't really have... Well, remember, that's from February 9th, 2022. We're only a few weeks out, really, of that. We're only like a month, maybe 5-6 weeks away out from that. And it appeared that North Korea and Russia appeared to be mending fences, maybe trying to work together. Who knows? Now, this is from express.co.uk, March 10th, 2022. North Korean party officials have claimed the country will never give up their nuclear arms for fear of a Russian invasion, arguing the weapons are the only thing standing against Putin. A North Korean official also claims the Ukraine would not have been invaded had it kept its Soviet nuclear weapons stash. The Soviet nuclear weapons stash. Well, the Ukraine agreed to give up the stash along with Belarus and Kazakhstan in 1994, part of the Budapest Memorandum. A set of agreements which also prohibited military force or economic coercion by Russia, the UK, and the US toward any of those three prior countries, being the Ukraine, Belarus, or Kazakhstan. Ukraine held 1/3 of the Soviet nuclear arsenal. The Punggye-Ri nuclear test site was shut down in 2018. However, speculation arose because no international inspectors were able to view the closure. North Korea stated in January of 2022 they would examine the issue of restarting suspended activities. The construction and repair work indicate North Korea made a decision on the site to bring it back to readiness to resume nuclear testing, which they claim spawns from fear of Russian invasion. Now, it's my opinion that North Korea is saying they fear Russian invasion, and that's why they can't shut down the nuclear program. Is nothing more than North Korea coming up with an excuse to avoid more sanctions. If you go back to 2015, TheWeek.com did an article on the subject of invading North Korea. Now, this article from January 16th of 2015 is to go back and talk about why, they claim that they're in fear of a Russian invasion, and this 7-year-old article is going to explain why that would possibly be a bad idea. The North Korea regime is the closest thing to Nazi Germany still in existence. Toppling it would free and enslaved people and put them in the dustbin of history. Yet opening such a Pandora's box would unleash all hell on East Asia. Desperate for survival, North Korea would use all its nuclear bombs, killing millions of innocent people. Here's why nobody endorses the idea to invade North Korea. 1. Kim Jong-un will have learned the lessons of the Gulf War. You would have to move in aircraft, battle carriers, increase troops in South Korea, and boost missile defense systems. Bad thing is, you can't hide such a massive military mobilization. 2. they would use the nukes like stated before. And 3, they have chemical and biological weapons. A 2012 report states they have nerve, blister, blood, and choking agents. They could employ them by modified artillery and ballistic missiles, and it's reported they may have up to 5,000 metric tons of chemical weaponry. Now, this is my thoughts on the whole situation. North Korea has put itself in a bad situation as people starve and are having trouble finding work as well. They're even having trouble finding international work, where certain workers will go like into China or other countries, and probably even Japan, and they'll do work and then they'll come back home. They claim that they fear a Russian invasion, but China sends train cars only half full of the desperately needed aid to the North Korean people. I don't see what, if anything, Russia stands to gain from invasion, but China could extend its borders and rid the world of a piece of shit tyrant. I believe North Korea intends to hide behind a false invasion narrative to use nuclear weapons on the United States. That is my opinion. And with that, I will leave you. If you think I'm wrong, leave something in the comments section. And as always, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.